give a statement based off what happened in there. Just a brief overview. Today was the sentencing hearing, and those of us standing up here stood for the victims. Our job was completed today. This is what we took an oath to do, not only law enforcement, but the district attorney's office from both Columbia County and Luzerne County. Today was for them, all of the hard work. This is what we do our job for victims. So at this point, I would like to turn over to the Columbia County District Attorney's Office if they'd like to give a statement, and then we'll answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. On behalf of the victims, we're very gratified to get this stage of the process over with. We were very gratified that the judge went along with our sentencing recommendation, which was top of the standard range. In addition to the 2 life sentences, Mr. Sura-Reyes received a 123.5 to 380-year sentence for all of the attempted murders. All of those are cumulative and will run consecutively, which I believe is good to honor each and every victim of this tragic event.
Were you hoping that he would have said something in court to seeing the victims for maybe the first time?
It's the defendant's right to speak or not speak. That's his choice.
What did the restitution total come to?
I believe it was $1,050,000, which was the maximum fine for each of the offenses as well. Each one was a $50,000 maximum fine.
But that's the fine. There's also restitution.
Oh, the restitution amount was $411,000 and a bit more altogether.
And the restitution, I mean, actually, I think he's not going to be able to pay this back, I'm assuming, right?
Well,
how would he get the money?
People in prison can work and earn some money. That's a large amount of money. Obviously, we don't really anticipate that entire amount will be paid, but he'll have to contribute to it during the entirety of the sentence.
You heard obviously the victims' impact statements there in court today. Like, how are they doing? I'm sure you've been in contact with them a lot since this. Like, obviously, multiple tragedies back to back last summer.
Absolutely. This was a tragedy on top of a tragedy. As you know, many of the victims in this case were present at the event because they had a connection to, or they wanted to help the people who were killed in the fire in Nescopeck just shortly before. Obviously, that's a trauma on top of a prior trauma, but I have to say our victims throughout this process have been very cooperative. They've provided anything we asked for them. They've appeared at both meetings that we had with them privately and also when required here in court. So I'm really proud of these victims. I know this was a very difficult process for them, but they've done a great job throughout.
And you know, we hear a lot about the victims from the intoxicology bar scene, but was there any family from Mr. Reyes's mother here, or have you been in touch with them? Like, how are they dealing with, you know, having a family member kill a family member?
All I can say is that we've been in contact with them throughout the process.
And can you just say and spell your name for us, please?
Daniel Lynn, L-Y-N-N.
And what's your title?
I'm an assistant district attorney here in Columbia County.
Anything you guys wanted to say? Drew, Rebecca, Jason? Cool.
I would just add on behalf of District Attorney Sam Sanguinolce that this was a collaborative effort between Luzerne and Columbia County District Attorney's offices from the very beginning. I think this case was a unique one and had across multiple boundaries, but it demonstrated that we have a good collaborative team, not only between multiple prosecutors' offices, but also with the Pennsylvania State Police and the different county detectives' offices. This was a total team effort. But certainly Columbia County took the lead on this, and we were happy to assist them with this prosecution coming to this final day of judgment.
Can you say and spell your name as well?
Sure. It's Drew McLaughlin, MC-L-L-A-U-G-H-L-A-N. I'm an assistant district attorney of Luzerne County.
And I'm not sure who could answer this, but I'm sure someone has an answer for this. Like, how close could this have been to even a worse tragedy in that bar parking lot? Like, how close was it to multiple people dying?
I mean, it's obviously difficult to say, but there could have been more victims. There could have been more deaths. Thank goodness there were not, but certainly it was a terrible tragedy in and of itself.
But your connection to the girl, the mother